the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Busuafo Okatakyie afrifa mensa ababonten edi Nsem-Pii ababetudwa na aye wonmonyamfo Okudzeto ablakwa Nsem-Pii a wakan ebrebie atwam Okudzeto ablakwa eka bi samejamfi womo eka bi edi fa mampanyin dada aye Akufo-Addo eho enne sansam no nyina no Okatakyie afrifa mensa abonsem ni nyina bede ana wasanem ade amaganafo na wakyere eye adwen bone a ewo NDC fo atirim ene de enam sunti a ema NDC fo andwene papa amfa ama oman no ene eye omama nyuku eye NDC na nanu otwa mu yi ekofa atoronkyem kese ebaye ma yehwere yempanyimfo ewo oman no mu na before that no Okatakyie asa abo aye odrobi a enkese aye Vincent Asefua a waye di MP for Old Tafo. Vincent Asefua few months ago obusa aye omane boama ewo aye di Parliament House say aye di military helicopter no maintenance ewo ho a wosomo ye omobe no brebe se question no kra no NDC fo aye di majority of parliament ama Vincent Asefua embusa question no nana wo munim se Nyakopon ana efa Vincent Asefua so ade akasa de akere wo ama wo aye maintenance no na aboa wo ankasa few months ago ana Vincent Asefua ebusa asasa mo na enne no Okatakyie ade ni natudwa Okudzeto ablakwa ensem wo kaaye samejamfi enso ensem a won so ekaaye no Okatakyie ade ni natudwa wo kire se eye wo nsusu ye bone ene wo madwen bone ena amasa na ma wenyina ato wo momenti Okatakyie nsem a odutudwa
ebo amawu na kiya nya ne politics na nso mre bia atwa mu niam ne bebre ya tan baka Akufo-Addo yeso akwakoto plane me kura me kan bi se plane de ho hia ne ade na nipa no omo kan ne ade no omo na ese atwa omo ho a nipa bonefo adan ho se yenko form committee kojo smart e kan bi se commission of inquiry ne amfra Akufo-Addo ne ade yenko nkohwe aye Okudzeto ablakwa a wa yira gina so se o wa yakura investment say ka kire ne se you play near the no engine baako also carry young Congo Nti Okudzeto
have told you that this is a transoceanic and a transcontinental.
When he used it for watching
I was there for the UN General Assembly.
The engines failed. The engines failed.
Machines at the President Mahama 2015. President Mahama actually had two incidents, 2015 and 2014. That's why it has three engines. When one.
So you see, Okudzeto ablakwa go bi. Can you imagine say yeah, catch and say plane engine failure. Or say plane engine failure today. Yeah, me answer because na Akufo-Addo. And you buso Okudzeto si ento plane for so yenya ma expert nka wase. Okudzeto. Abaye de ball tachi. And one ye de boba. Why? Na ye de nya politics. Et mu konko pe plane bi nto. More fire. Samejamfi wa he. And them so was sign condolence no tinisuo. O tinisuo. Ye go tie de Samejamfi ka fa plane ho.
So the president is renting luxurious jets at cost of sometimes $20,000 per hour, $14,000 per hour. Why? Because our president has become so tall that when he sits in the Falcon 900, which is one of the best presidential jets in Africa, he's become so tall that he cannot stretch his legs. Yet George Oppong, the president of Liberia, has become so short that he can sit in these same jets and travel around with it.
Yenjina can be. Yenjina do home for. Do baby, I think there are certain parameters. Yenjina yanyin to see a fanya politics. Yenjina beja tumdia. And you do yenjina fanya politics. And you so be kasa dia. Ya president mu. Eti ya area kwachomo. Ebe duro. The do so ya be kasa mamamfo na chi. Mo se dia obi se president mu. Eti dia bayi. Ti yanya ndai. Your mama me na matena me say. Me penamemu, me penamemu. Who here so because the president bi mu na no kura no nipa bonefo Akufo-Addo penso ye nyina ye ko demonstration ye toto sa anwum bi timo ya Akufo-Addo aye mo na mo be white wash Akufo-Addo what niama mo yi Akufo-Addo ba be ye sentence if se Akufo-Addo penso niama se o tolerate exactly so and ye bebo bi a kire mo se mfunu ni ade ani ayi eni na nu ni nansa Vincent Asifua and yes wo busa omane boama a waka baby o busa na ba play wasem ye be ko ne akwa kotie sade even speaker of parliament at that time the one sitting in one man kwa me na musa the necessary questions eti ave no wo tini samja vi wo tini suo edua ntekuma tena ayi anansia de awu no ntekuma won tena sie ntonko na muntie futu no muntie said the media ba ye meka ya from 2017 omo antie Okatakyie no wa bodam Okatakyie no say omo ya me na koye say I'm speaking against the ills of this government because me ye MPP ni nti na the na Julius Debra be pay myself Julius Debra from say me man the na man pay myself because na me ye MPP ni so na me ka no kura kire maban ene na mo tutu mirika be fa me say me ngoya adwuma na nye o ma bia na adwene mo ha yes no Okasetia na aban ra ana Okasetia we do flip flop there be me na mo integrity me na mo integrity mo na mo ni bie your Okasetia na aban no timi say Okasetia aban fofo o integrity ma adwene ni mo ha me nim say the mo dwene nti ye ka kire o say MPP dia defend e no answer we defend sa eti afi yenhwe
Minister, I want to ask, these defects that you outlined, does it have anything to do with the previous administration's inability to follow the maintenance protocol? Because I remember that before relax. I remember that at a point in time, excuse me,
Honorable,
at a point in time,
Honorable Minister,
you mentioned
Honorable
that the private jet
I think you've asked the question.
It's now serviceable, and you could use
have asked the question. So, Honorable Minister, your answer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the aircraft is almost 15 years old. And if you check the various delays that it has suffered, as in when it goes for maintenance, repair, or overhaul.
Omane boama say ni wa ma ne kwa me na musa ave na ye muti ni su ye nyina otu adumoni a ebi be kan no sapepepe ohene ese adumoni a motu no opposition ye ka play once mama me yanke ebi na akan no sapepepe nti afi obi a no wusu a no aye din why mo asem nso ho sapepepe ohene odom ababa wo bi a mo friend Ghana jollof eba aso na oba aso no ana yesi ababa wa Ghana jollof no be kan say you look up to here hwe from me ade your mama kura na esen ko owu first of all we must emphasize say with the introduction of new media yeah for the records na make Okatakyie I support a free speech any day, anytime. Just that I also believe that free speech should not be reckless. So, Obiki Kankwasi Asem said, yes, President Mahame, please come on, stop this nonsense. That's not the way to go. You may not like him. You may not like his governance. There's nothing wrong with it. But not President Mahame, you may support this. Some of us have made such mistakes in the past. We don't believe that is the way to build nations. So, President Mahame, now, and fine go say stop that crap. So we are not in any way, shape or form defending Obano and our fancy comedy. Now we are looking at the details of it without any emotions. Say yes, we'll be a cancer. Any fancy comedy who still be on TikTok and will be a bar and will say President Mama. We no Obane kana utie kasano and Obane kase. President Mama Miss Mekuno, but utie logically now or a year about juju ceremony idea. Na me kuno yede nbe shebotom ne ade stupid comment, very stupid. Ghana jollof or whatever your name is. I won't support this comment any day, anytime. And you be trying to fine. Okay, so then you see a coach fancy comedy. Near Busa and a fancy comedy in a kind. Almost there be. Nanyo on a kind idea. It is a NDC. Go do a rally. That's what we begin our platform. Now, what can was your some said, Yabia Ghana Jolo Becca. Yes, you jay in Nipano, no, you know. Near coach organizers. Now, organizers in the committee cry. Unless say the modern fancy comedy and they say must say abatement of a certain crime, but crime near there. You better read this section 75 and 74 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act 29. What it says about threat of harm and threat of death. You better read it in there are elements of a crime. Cases be support here. So when you better cases in nobody should come and sit here. Police in a report. Okay, so police statement on a arrest of Daniel Admako, Prince Ofori, and 2 others. So Daniel Admako was the Ghana Police Service in collaboration with other security agencies has arrested Mr. Daniel Admako, known on social media as Obama Pokwasi, earlier today. Now he goes on to say that his arrest is part of the ongoing intelligence led operation by the police and the other security agencies aimed at dismantling networks involved in the illegal possession and display of sophisticated weapons. He is assisting the police in as opposed to and contrary to the Omukoye. He is assisting. Because will be assisting police. That means all police in America assisting investigations into some images and videos he circulated on social media depicting individuals openly brandishing these illegal acquired sophisticated weapons. So yenyana say Obama dey so nyanya education. First of all, police must release actually say he is assisting. Now person will be buano assisted. So here say Obama can be referred to as more or less a whistleblower. Exactly. Person oba ebe bua state Ema state need me investigation. It is a me kwame amtie. Say me information be na state no pay say me fa mo anu a mabo badam ye kokko bubu ne dan asani a friend se bra e fa ne dan na o mko ye fa no pa e dom kokko ye ho no pa no ko fa tro ne pe so obi mo emeboa wo emi assist with investigation say ne ye no it is investigations na wo ye and nipa na brandish weapon ochu omoko court one of the persons I rely on as a state witness say Obama na ko bubu ne pono ne ade na ye ne tantantan say ya and obetumi nya na say witness e dey be no mafini ya ne sans and he accepted this no because say Obama a critic of a IGP. Exactly. So Obama no criticize the IGP. It ye unu so a post baby. Na ma unu so a post baby. Na say Obama video no nya no way. E ye hemfo a my information. Omo na ye target nya wo. Na no ye kokko bubu ne pono. Ye ko sasa niam. Is that how you treat a state witness? You must be crazy to do these things. And he accepts say way you know. Let it make sense to me. Why you say that the person is assisting. When somebody is assisting you, the way you treat the person is different. Or invite anybody. Sometimes you don't even blow the cover of the whistleblower. In any logical society, so person penyampa, and then you say Obama will criticize the IGP, criticize the MPP, a by one penny for it. You must say, and why you blow the cover. If it's a whistleblower there, must see any identity. Information. Now you say he is assistant. Now let's come to even the idea of putting people in handcuffs. So be assisted. Say young conquer investigation. Ya boya ya didn't handcuff him. I did muya de no. Let it make sense to me. Why you think that? The dignity of every young Danny, Fameko take away 15, 1 and 2. Or see the dignity of every person in Ghana shall be inviolable. That is Article 15 of the Constitution. It is Obi Investigation. Ni dignity. Ni gu handcuffs na handcuffs ni ye de ko gina wa na police fo ni bi before say official picture no kwa about was a police fo ni bi e de omo private atwa nipa no na ye leaky out to social media. So you are humiliating the person rather than wanting him to assist you. There is nothing about assisting you. Ni ye de na gu handcuffs nipa also assist you and I didn't go handcuffs. When the dignity of that person under the constitution, it says that the dignity of a person shall be inviolable. The can be inviolable. Yentia so sabin producer. Edru moi kura. A many person who boom more dignity. It's so obi kura na. You must do so with some level of dignity. Section 303 of Criminal and Other Offences Act. Even a muakwa na mrane se ubutu abwa obono moya ya bone section 303 or see cruelty to animals. A person commits the criminal offense of cruelty and is liable to a fine of not exceeding a year 25 penalty unit. Who cruelly beats, kicks, ill-treats, overloads, torture, infuriates, or terrifies an animal. Sabi a muakwa no mrane person be yoma yakaya. Now so obiaba so mrame boa na investigation na momo no me handcuff be gu nsa na me twa picture. You just want to humiliate him because he's an ardent critic of the IGP. Is that the society we are building? And we get our brothers on the other side happy about this nonsense. How is that? How is that? How is this idea of Nyakase Obi ya the handcuff gu nsa? It's not as though nipa no na or resist arrest. In any case, more arrest no. Kofi, se Obama, okura information, state no, uhia, opa no de ma, opa fama. Emre bia ni wo kire. If so called a Criminal and Other Offences Act, your friend be causing harm by omission. Causing harm by omission, you know. Say one no marshal, says a BB besia, preventing, opposing, sojourning, immigration. Would the marshal say BB besia by virtue of you being a police officer, prevent it. Now, when you don't do so, that's a crime happening. And you've caused harm by omission. So Obama onye police ni, onye soldier ni, onye immigration officer. No law mandates him, no duty is bestowed upon him to give information when he doesn't want to. Nobody should sit there and do nonsense. We are building a society of law, not people doing what they like. Why do we sit there and allow this nonsense to triumph? Or in the name of political victimization? What kind of human beings are we? So say for Obama information, Opa no whatever ma, Opa farmer, was say come and assist me with information. Now I know say baby I am tired kopa. You're causing a fear and panic. Publication of false news. What is false about the Obama post here? Is it not true that civilians were carrying guns, M16 and others? So what is false about it? And even with that crime of publication of false information, that alone is not a crime. Unless you are able to demonstrate or publicize this information, the public were in fear.
Exactly.
Who has come to report that he was in fear of a yes Obama video now posted? What nonsense are we building? Is that the society we want? And we sit down and we think this is okay. Govi, is this okay?
Never.
Say Obama because of criticizing IGP. Let the record shows that Say Obama in several posts criticizes IGP simply because of a year Boko, the whole handle Boko issue. It you know people who are trying to wear power lies and other than that, I did a video na Say Obama posted. And I know was a video na Fatuso. There is some babechi as well. It is your job as the number one chief security officer. Say Bibi Koswa. Obi be draw attention. It is a mranchen mabawa displays a video. And this video has been on the internet for God knows how long. So say Obama ko posti. Now as wa ko posti. Says civilians in a year having M16 and other guns. Is it not true these are civilians? So what is false about the video?
Ask them.
Now society near building. Society must be fair. We must treat each other equal.
Exactly.
Not because somebody is MPP or NDC. We want him to assist. No be our person who assist to a new court. ye we na ko pie ye circuit court say charges be na dia bono nipa na who release ni say you want him to assist no o we do court handcuffs go ni sa na mo ye normal e na mo ye nema tantan sa Uma ya sonko didi o. Ya to abama mo ne nton wo man ne ba. We are a nation of laws.
Exactly.
Baby, even say Obama any no mo dey say Obama ko handcuff go nsa. Where anyway, is that how we treat people? Kofi, says Obama ye bonimpa. Yanko ready article 1926 2C. Then if I make article 1926, was when a person is arrested, that person shall be presumed to be innocent.
Exactly.
A person charged with we go charge no. And there's a clear difference between a suspect, an accused, and a person of interest. And you treat him like an accused. Who accuse you anyway? And their charges na dia bono. Na no kwa no wo ye ne ade afi ye se treat ni ye ni egu na nimu ase ye pese se Obama ye de handcuff gu ni nsa ni etwa to ni e kire ne where power lies ma dwene na ye adwuma ni ade ba no ye nchikire man sa we don't build a nation like that because one person Obama atem asemundi because one person Okatakyie asem so we must do things anyhow ade ba society no IGB onu we ni ade anya de hia ni boko na hia amone no amudi ko bubu ne dan ni ade no fa sa wonde ko boko ene hia na mo pesa mo chichire man ya ave obi ntimi nkasa ni ade ni e kanipa kasabua na Okatakyie ni be ni media ma ka kire mo ye nwunwura me dabi ye nwunwura me dabi state na adwene no nye state adwene nyo publication of false news and then false news